Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 7, part 2 of the finale of Superman Week here on the channel. Today, for the final episode, I have decided to talk about my favorite animated Superman movies. And considering that Superman has had much more animated films and live action films, I figured why the hell not? Superman vs. the Elite, for starters, I thought that was a really good animated adaptation of the What's So Funny of the Truth, Just, and the American Way story arc that came out in 2001, which was written by Joe Kelly and drawn by Doug Mahnke. I thought that was a really good adaptation. Superman Man of Tomorrow, which was the first animated installment of the most recent DC animated movie universe. The Tomorrowverse back around a few years ago. I thought that was really good. Superman Red Son, that was a very good movie. I thought the Red Son, the whole idea of Superman being born or raised in the Soviet Union instead of being raised in America, I thought was very interesting. The Death of Superman, the animated version, Superman Dooms I really wasn't crazy about. I thought the first half was really good. The second half felt very weird, rushed, and convoluted. I'm not saying it was a bad movie, but I wasn't crazy about it. To me, The Death of Superman did the Death of Superman story arc more justice, in my opinion. Then you have the Reign of the Superman, where, Superman is filled up with forces of solitude, but meanwhile you have four people in person trying to carry out Superman's legacy in their own new, unique way. I thought that series was done very, very well. That movie was done very, very well. Next up is the All-Star Superman animated film based on the 2005 story arc written by Grant Morrison and drawn by Frank Quitely. All-Star Superman to me is probably the best Superman comic I've ever read. It's definitely one of the best Superman comics out there if you want to really get into Superman. That's a great comic to read, in my opinion. Next up is Superman Brainiac Attacks. You have Tim Daly providing the voice of Superman. You have Dan Delaney providing the voice of Lois Lane. To me, this movie is very underrated and underappreciated. I don't know why people don't talk about it. I thought that was a great freaking movie. I thought it was great. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's one of the best animated Superman movies of all time. I think it's one of the best Superman movies of all time. Superman Unbound, which is an animated adaptation of the Superman Brainiac story arc, written by Jeff Johns and drawn by Gary Frank. I think that is a fantastic movie. Next up on the list is, I'm trying to think. Is there any one of them that I missed? I did talk about Superman Doomsday. I wasn't crazy about that. Oh, that's really about it, really. Um, that is it. And that concludes Superman Week here on the channel. Stay tuned next month for Batman Week. I'll let you know when I'll do Batman Week on the channel in May. But and also please be patient. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And as always, peace out.